Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to bbcraft.com, who are great friends of this channel and that I've worked together with on many times. So, as most of you know, I've been working on these folios. I've got a couple ready to have their journals put in and that, but from the eyelet where we've got the elastic, I want some nice big tassels. So I'm going to use some of this great netting. I'm also using ribbon as well, some of which I've got from BB Craft in the past, like this and this one. There might be another one there, I'm not sure, but yes, so I've got plenty of bits and bobs here. And I thought we'll get started on it straight away. So I've also got these like keyrings that you also get from BB Craft, and for a great big tassel they're really cool, and because it's got the great big lobster clasp you can clip it on or clip it off if you don't want it, you know. So I thought I'll use them because I want my tassels kind of big. So what I did, and let's grab, I'll do one at a time, but I sort of have cut a bit of this as a sort of guide. Let's see what bit it was. Yeah, it was the shorter bit. So I'm going with that as kind of my rough guide to how long I want my ribbons and my netting. And I'll do one at a time so I'm not all getting all cack-handed and everywhere, but I've picked out different colours that you see on a peacock's tail, and I just think when you're doing your tassels like this, it's nice to sort of have every few layers as having this net. Tulle is the proper name that you'll find it on BB Craft. So I like to put some in between each piece of ribbon, and then it gives that tassel just much more oomph than if I just used ribbons and sari silks and that. So yeah, it gives it a bit of texture, and yeah, makes it more puffy and that. So it's nice to be working with BB Craft again. It's been a while because of the worldwide like restrictions and problems that we've had around the world. So it's been a little while, but now we're both BB Craft and I are both back to relatively normal life with normal things to do, like working together, because I do love their products, and I've always said I'm really honest with how I use the things I get and whether I think they're any good. But yeah, this actual bundle was such a bargain that they're offering. It really is a really good bargain. So I've not been taking much notice of my guide, so I'm going to trim, because I'm trying to keep it not exactly, but sort of a roughly the same length. So let's pull that a little bit that way. But yeah, they don't have to be all the like exact same dead length, you know. But yeah, you get 12 different colours, I believe. And yeah, they're just so cool. You get quite a lot on a roll, so they'd last a really long time, like for what us and what the kind of things we'll use them in, you know. And yeah, I just think they're really fabulous. So I was well pleased when these turned up, and as you can see, my tassel is already really quite like puffy, and I've only put one ribbon on there. So let's grab a few more ribbons and then I think I'll put most of them on, maybe 3/4 of them on, and then a few more layers of the Tulle, and then just our finishing colours that we want. So I'm just working my way through these, threading them on, getting them equal, and we can always trim it up afterwards, which is what I always do. Oh no, I'll save that to the end. And yeah, as you can see, it is much more full of life than if it was just the bits on their own of the ribbon and the trims that I'm using. I've got some eyelash trim here that I cut off way too long, so I'll just trim that for another thing. And yeah, so I hope everyone is well. I had a lovely day yesterday. Spent the day, like, because our restrictions have been relaxed a bit, so I've got to spend the day with my oldest daughter and my 3 grandchildren that I haven't seen for coming up to like 3 months. So it was magical. It was just the best day. I have found it really hard being apart from them. They're my world. And so, yeah, seeing them yesterday was absolutely magical. I'm I was over the moon. It was brilliant. So, yeah, that was what we did. And we had the paddling pool out. And we met at my youngest daughter's in her garden, because it's much bigger than ours. And yeah, they're our rules at the minute. You can meet up with up to 6 new people. But you've got to be in a garden. So it's stupid. How they're going to police that is beyond me. But yeah, it said 6 people, but we're counting it as 6 new people because there's 6 of us. I've been self-isolating with 3 of my kids and 2 of my grandkids, so that's 6. So that's 6 people in the garden with no one, isn't it? So we counted it as maybe having like 6 new people. So my daughter and her 3 kids came over, and yeah, it was just lovely, really lovely. Right, another bit of blue towards the top now, and yeah, we're nearly there. And it's just got so much more going on for it than just the ribbons, because as you can see, I haven't put that many ribbons on. Right, so we'll grab our purple, blue, the other blue, and this one is from my lovelies of Keyrings. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I've got way too much off of that, so I'll do that so I can use that another time. And you can see I've got a load of this still, but that's because I'm going to make another one. I've got 2 to do for those 2 journals. So I'll do the closure. I'll do the top like grab bit in a few different ways. I might even try and make this bit smaller because it's the only bit long enough I've got. Oh no, and that didn't work. No, it's too brittle. That works a bit, but yeah, it's ended up a bit shorter because it was way too brittle. Right. So let's see, have I used a bit of that? Yeah, I have. Right, so then once we've got them all with our net, our tool, whatever you want to call it, like that, what I do is sometimes you can do a elastic band around it, which I will show you in a minute. But if you're going to use glue like this, it dissolves it. So what I do is, can you just come do this for me, Josh? I have to get somebody else. And it's always my son Josh. Here he is. Oh, tighter. Remember when you do it really tight and then tie another knot, yeah? That was just one of our lads. Thank you, my darling. Can you pitch me up the thingy, please? Thank you, darling. Love you. Right, so that was Josh helping me get that knot tight, because it's really difficult when you're trying to hold that taut and get something there in all on your own. So yeah, I get a little bit of help, and then just look at how far we come down. And I don't want them all the same, like they've just been mowed with a lawnmower, like our grass, all uniform, but it is nice to just have a little trim about. And let's see, sorry, it's difficult for you to see sideways or from up above what's going on, but I'm just going to trim both of them together. And then we've got a nice big long tassel that's really like puffy and that, and where this knot is, what I do sometimes, which I will do now, is go around with a bit of glue and and put a bit of trim going round there, and then we know that knot is not going to come loose or anything like that, because it's got some trim going round. And we just cut that off. But if you're going to use the elastic bands, which are a really cool idea, then when you're putting the trim over the top to hide the elastic bands, you need to either make sure that you're just gluing your trim to itself. You know what I mean? Like I've got this fraying bit that's driving me mad. Right, let's get that out of the way. Like you've got your trim, you put it down, put a bob of glue on that, then wrap it round and glue it to itself. Because if you get it on the elastic band, they do dissolve. But it is a really easy way, or a way that you can manage by yourself. Not that you can't do this, the tying up by yourself, but yeah, I just get someone to give me an hand, and then we can put this on. Right, and then that's nice and ready to clip to clip it on to our journal. And you've got a big puffy tassel, so that's that. And I'm just gonna do another one, so I can see, I think, yeah, we'll start again, and just, it's so simple, but yeah, I think these bits of tulle on there as well just make it so much better. Oh no, that's the bit I've cut off. I was thinking that's short, but yeah, we've got plenty of different trims now to play about with, and yeah, it's just really nice when let's get rid of those extra bits. Got these lovely bits, I'm going to keep them for the top. Right, I'm going to get this one more piece on. Right, and I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the gold bit for the top this time, because I really like that. I'll put this bit on. I like them all, but just the order you put on your colours and everything just makes it look a bit different to what you've done the time before. And so yeah, it's just nice and simple. And I'll try and do this one without Josh, because yeah, even though you've only seen his hands, he's mortified probably. But yeah, bless him, he does a lot more than just helping me tie knots. He's my carer as well, and so yeah, he does all the shopping for me, he gets all my medications, he takes me to all my appointments. There's not a lot that boy don't do, to be honest. He's brilliant, he does everything. So yeah, I'll try not to embarrass him by having to call him back out to do another knot. I'll do the elastic band, and then we'll get a little bit of trim to cover it, and you'll see what I mean, because yeah, that strong glue will just disintegrate it. But I did want to get my elastic bands out to show you that you can do it like that. Alright, over the white bit. Look, a yellow bit, and you can see how thick these are. There are metres and metres of these tools on each roll, and yeah, they'll last such a long time, because you can see it's whisper thin, it's tall, so it a roll like this, just one roll would last you ages. But yeah, having 12 is just brilliant, I think. 12 rolls. Right, and so now I'll put a couple of things, then one more bit of tulle, then the rest of the things. Or maybe a couple of things and a couple of bits of tulle. We'll do it like that. Right, now this blue is very long, so I'm just going to pull it a bit longer. We'll cut that, and maybe that will go round our top bit. Or if we don't have that, maybe this. Yeah, that will look lovely. That lovely light blue. So that's going to be our bit that we're going to put around and glue to itself. Right, we don't forget the gold. I wanted to keep that for near the top, didn't I? Right, there we go. And this one. Oh, is that what I've cut off? Oh, it must be. I can just put that bit on now as well. Oh, they're off cut bits. Okay, so then our last, no, it's not our last long bit. I can see another couple of things caught up in between all the tulle. And another bit there. Right. And this is the one that we dyed ourselves. And yeah, when you look at it close, the different bits, it's like, it looks like it's been tie-dyed. It really does. It's all blue, then green, then bluey green. Right, and look how puffy and lovely that big tassel looks now. And think what difference it'd look if it was just the ribbon, because there's not a lot of ribbon used. Right, so I'm going to grab a lucky band, yeah? Grab the thing, and in the same place that Josh tied my knot, I'm just going round and round. Right, there we go. So that is our top bit. And then I want to grab a bit of this, don't I? I'll use the shorter bit. Alright. And so I'll go get almost all the way round, and then I'm going to put a dab of glue there. Oh, And I'm going to try and pull as tight as I can into that bit, and then cut it, more glue, and getting it right on the ends so that now there's no elastic bands available, so there's nothing going to get broke. And then that is there all lovely. And here's another big tassel. And so, right, let's just pop some of the bits out of the way, and you can have a closer look. Right, so we've got 2 tassels made. I haven't gone to the bottom yet and done any trimming. And trim. Right. Let's just see. That, I think, hang on, that bit's a bit too long. I think that's fine. No, I've got a bit of this. Oh, that's just a bit that stuck to it from somewhere else. Okay. So, I've got that one done. And this one done. And then the only bits and bobs that I'll probably do now is I have got my lovely little bits of charm that I will attach up here. They're on their own lobster clasp, and so can stay or be removed however people want. Some people are fans of like a cluster like this with all charms. Some people aren't. I've got 2, one for each journal, or for each folio. The majority of the things on here can be found from BB Craft. These beads, these, the charms, everything really, apart from a couple of the beads and this tassel I didn't get from BB Craft, but you can buy these anyway from there if you want to. But they're what I really like to see on a journal, but if you don't, they can be easily clipped off. Sometimes they're really good to do something like this and hang it on your bag, just make it look really funky and different. When I might be getting on a bit, but I still go to festivals and things, and I do things like that when I'm going to the festivals, just so that like I've got my rucksack, because don't have a bag because you're dancing or you're like sort of socialising, so I have a rucksack, and I'll pin things, like clip things to it and that, just to make it stand out a bit and that, because that's what the festival culture and that is, well, and always was when we was young and going to them, and so we still do the things that we did when we go to them now. But yeah, I hope you really liked how these turned out. I'm really happy with them. I'm going to link BB Craft and some of the products that you've seen in the making, some of these products in the description down below. I don't get a commission, but yeah, go over there and grab yourself a bargain, because they really, really are one of the best bargains websites that there is for our community. So yeah, go over, check them out. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll be back with something else very, very soon. Thank you, BB Craft, for trusting me with your bits. Love you for that. Bye for now. Bye.